Hey everybody, welcome back to another studio session breakdown where today we're going to talk about a song called Back to You that I did some guitar work on. We're going to dive in and just see why I chose what I chose. The link will be down in the description to hear the finished song. Be sure to subscribe and like the channel. Let's dive in. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of take us through intro through the first course and just hear what it sounds like. Turn the click down a little bit.
I can't miss you like this. It just ain't healthy for my soul.
I'm gonna turn the vocal down too, so hopefully we don't get flagged.
Can't go on not knowing. My heart won't let me let go. Soon as I get past today, tomorrow reminds me of you. And everything starts right over. Takes me right back to you. Mama, you're superwoman.
All right, before we go any further, so very simple. Just two acoustic tracks here. I label very clear. I try to, at least, so that I know what's what, and then whenever I'm sending stuff off, people know what is what. So it's very simple: palm mute guitar, acoustic, and picking. I don't even remember what guitar I used to do slide. Oh, you know what I know? I did. I use this to do all the slide stuff. My Fret King Elise. I have a endorsement with a company called Vintage, and they also sell those guitars. So I've been wanting a hollow body that was kind of like a 339 size, not 335. And that was really close to it. And it's got like a coil split, so it's very versatile. I can do a lot with it. But that's the slide guitar on this part. For the acoustic, I have my Vintage acoustic. It's a VEC 501. I don't know. I don't even think they sell these anymore. But I got this when I needed a good acoustic in a pinch, and it's been really great. It sounds really good. It plays really good. I'm actually about to get the action set just a smidge better, so that it really plays like a quote unquote high-end guitar. I don't think I'm mic'd. I think I went direct. I had, whenever I recorded this, we used to live at an apartment that was really close to the road, so my condenser mic picked up everything. Since we've moved and we're a little further away from stuff, I actually like using this Rode mic to record acoustic. I've recorded acoustic, banjo, mandolin on this thing, and it actually sounds really good. I gotta get back into using my condenser though. But that's for another day. Let's see, what do we use for these swells? I mean, you can use any guitar to do swells.
Just ain't get past today.
For the fill work, I think, well, I know I primarily used my TMG Dover. It's got DiMarzio pickups and Pete Thorne's signature humbucker. But I think it's the Plus. I think it's Thornbucker Plus, maybe. Even though most of the work was done on this song with the Area 58s from DiMarzio. I think that's pretty much the fill work is done with the Strat. I know the solo is for sure. All right, let's just go a little further in. Very single coiling. Okay, I turned it up so that the solo was not so like sore thumb sticking out. I know for a fact I used a Telly for Vintage's version of a Telly, but it's modeled after like a 52, I think. 52 or 62, one or the other. Soon as I get past. Nice big chords. Let it ring out on that front pick or the bridge pickup. And I know a lot of guys like. It's such an interesting dynamic the way I grew up in the Metroplex. So I grew up around a lot of country stuff, and a lot of the players use their effects, like they record with effects and stuff, and I had to get used to doing both. I prefer using effects because I like getting the idea out that way, but I also understand like producers want things clean so that they can do what they want to do. I don't know. It's 50-50 for me. I mean, I prefer recording with effects. Just it always feels naked whenever, you know, like when you don't. Okay. What do we do? So stereo, just acoustic guitars tracked. And obviously you can see I capoed the second one just to get a little different feel. And then they sound great together. I like to overplay sometimes, or maybe you could call it overproduce because you're kind of producing yourself whenever you're sending stuff off like I did on this one. I sent this just to have because it's so sparse and open of a song. I sent it just to have a little extra movement, something for the ears. And then if the producer doesn't want it, don't use it. got to get used to. Like, maybe not all your ideas make it. And it's totally okay. The more you go down the path of recording, you learn to appreciate space. Let's see. Solo was 100% that strat that I showed you on the back pickup. I really, really like this whole like sing-songy kind of approach to this. It just felt good. And then the harmony, I don't know where that idea came from. I can't remember what I was referencing in my mind, but whenever I heard the solo played back, it just popped in my head like, you should harmonize that. Something about it made me, let's see. So it just felt like it was missing a little extra without it. And it, I don't know, it just worked, in my opinion, it worked out really nice. And then that last part right there, I, again, was referencing something in my head where I've heard a song that had a solo like that coming out, to where it's like it takes you on a little different path because you're kind of expecting everything to wind down. Yeah, more slide work on the hollow body. Interestingly enough, when I sent it off and I heard the finished product, which you can also hear because I'll have the link in the description so you can go and check out the finished song for yourself. The producer took the liberty of kind of moving some of those slide parts around, which was cool. That's why, like I said, like I kind of oversend stuff sometimes and overproduce, and so that they can have different textures and stuff to pull from. And then one more time right here, this is a good lesson in not everything you play is going to get used, which is totally cool. For some reason, when we got to the end of the song, because I'm working off of a demo, I don't always hear the finished or the full idea, or there's not always, full drums, bass, vocals, whatever. So in my head, sometimes I'm like, oh, this song's going to go up from here, which is kind of what I thought it was going to do here. And so the way I played was to that idea. And this didn't make the end, but it was cool because what it did was perfectly fine. And then, like, I'll even point out the one part in this little outro solo where I was like, oh. On that part. I think I do remember what happened. I think he chopped like this first part. And I think he kind of doubled that going out and got rid of this one section. When I hear it back in here, because I know it didn't make the record, when I hear it back on here, I'm like, why did you play that? Like, why did you send that? Why did you choose to send that? Because normally I wouldn't. Normally stuff like that, there's times where things fit, and then there's times where things just don't. And when I listen back, I'm like, it just kind of stuck out a little too much. And yeah. But anyway, that is the song Back to You kind of as a whole. I think we went through every part in here. Yeah. I think we'll leave it there for today with this song. So if you enjoyed this video, again, please hit the subscribe button and like it, as it helps my channel grow tremendously. And you can hear the finished song down in the description. Please go and support that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.